This video is going to demonstrate how to use the graphing tool in the math lab. I'm going to use the study plan to access the graphing tool in one of these units. So this is just an example. So we're going to plot the ordered pairs 5, 8, and -4, -7. So I'm going to select, click to enlarge graph right here. So we're going to follow the highlighted instructions in yellow. Click the graph, choose the tool in the palette, and follow the instructions to create your graph. So I click the graph first to activate the tools located on the right. I then select the line tool and I move my cursor back over to the graph. Notice as I move around the graph, at the top right corner in the yellow region above the graph, you can see it display ordered pairs. I want the ordered pair 5, 8. So I'm 5, 8. Notice the yellow region displays 5, 8. I press the left button on my mouse. It creates the first plot. Now I will plot -4, -4 to create the line. So I go -4 and then -4. By looking at the display at the top right in the yellow region above the graph, I see that that is correct. Press the left mouse button and the line will appear, and then press save. What if you had to plot a system of two linear equations? We will use the current line, but let's add another line. Let's say we had to plot 0, -5, and 2, 4. We click the line tool again and plot the 0, -5. So 0, -5. Make sure the yellow region also displays this pair. Then press the left mouse button. Next, we will complete the line by finding 2, 4. I make sure the display at the top right corner shows 2, 4 before I click the left mouse button and then save before continuing. If for some reason you need to delete one of the lines, do not select clear. Click on the line you want to remove. I'll just click the yellow one and select delete. It'll say delete this object, say OK. Then you can redo the second line. You only select clear if you want to start completely over. Let's play around with the parabola tool. From a quadratic equation, we have the following information. Vertex is going to be 4, 2, and the x-intercepts are 2, 0, as well as 6, 0. We will locate the vertex first before locating one of the x-intercepts. So we click the graph first to activate the graphing tools. We will select the vertical parabola tool and then find the vertex 4, 2. Be sure to double check the display before clicking your left mouse button. So look at my 4, 2. Once you have clicked the plot for the vertex, notice how the graph will bend into a parabola. We only need to locate one of the x-intercepts. I will locate 2, 0 and then click my left mouse button. So I'm going to go to 2, 0. Look up at the right, top right corner to see that that says 2, 0 and then click my left mouse button. We only need to locate one of the x-intercepts. It will automatically include the other x-intercept 6, 0. And then you press save before continuing. Next, I will demonstrate creating an inequality and show you how to shade regions. Let's say we have the inequality 2x plus 3y is less than 6. After doing the required calculations to find the intercepts, we have the x-intercept of 3, 0 and the y-intercept as 0, 2. We use a dashed line to represent the inequality as less than. If it was a less than or equal to inequality symbol, then we would use a solid line, which is right here. Here are our choices for line: dashed or solid. Okay, we can select the dashed line first before selecting the line tool. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and then press the line tool. So I'm going to just choose. My x-intercept is 3, 0. And my y-intercept is 0, 2. And there's my dashed line. If I meant for it to be a solid line, As long as it's selected and you see the little blue boxes, you can just hit the solid line tool and do the same thing. We'll put it back on dash. Now I want to shade it. So all I'm going to do is click my region shading tool, which looks like a paint bucket, click on it, and then select the region that you want to shade. So if I want to shade here, it will automatically cause the bucket to turn green. What if I did not want it to be there and I wanted my shading region to be here? All I have to do is, as long as this is green, I can hit delete and it will clear it, but keep the dashed line, and then go ahead, click your region shading tool and click that area. Or you can use the arrows and move the green bucket over and it will shade the other side. Okay, let's say we have to graph a system of inequality. So I'm going to keep the line right here. That's the 3, 0, and 0, 2. But now we are going to also include 4, 4, and -4, -3. But we'll make it a dashed line as if it was an inequality. And I'm going to click the dash line, click my line tool, or I could have done the line tool and then the dash line. Either way, it doesn't matter. Then 4, 4, and then -4, -3. And I want that to be, this one right here to be a solid line. So let me fix that. Okay, so here's our systems. Now we have to decide beforehand which area should be shaded to represent the system. I mean, I could have shaded this region and this region representing the solid line in all of that area. And then the other region could have been, I could have chosen to highlight the other region here, but then there's just too much. Even if I change the color, it would still be too much. Because then you still have to decide which area to shade for the system. So I'm going to delete that region. I'm just deleting the shade. As long as I click the green bucket, I can delete. Okay, I'm going to delete that one too. And so after playing around with it on a scratch piece of paper, I've decided that this is what needs to be shaded. And then you click save. Save. Let's say we had to do an inequality and a parabola and then shade the region. So you're going to go ahead and plot both your line and your parabola. And once you're done with that, then you choose your paint bucket and then you choose that region that you would like to shade. So I'm just going to click this one little area here. And remember, if that's the wrong area, you can either delete as long as there's a green bucket, or you can move your arrows down to wherever it is you wanted to shade for the answer, and then click save. What if you click save and you realize, oh, that's not really where I wanted to shade that? So just click to enlarge the graph again, click inside the graph. You can make sure that that bucket turns green and then move it to where you need it and then save it. Okay.